A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be giving you certain tips, some advice, some suggestions on how you can cope up better with the runner-chaser dynamic. If you have been in the runner-chaser dynamic for a long time, like a few years have gone by, and it is still the same hot and cold behavior. It started with a bed of roses, then it just turned into hell, and then heaven again, then hell again, then heaven again, hell again, heaven again, hell again. No talking, lots of talking, no contact, too much communication. All of these things take a toll on any person. And this is not only for divine masculines or divine feminines, this is for both. And I also want to tell a lot of divine feminines, if you are listening, that please focus on the messages that are given out for divine feminines more than you focus on the messages only for divine masculines. This is the big mistake divine feminines make. They think that, I can heal the divine masculine, but they cannot do the healing until and unless they heal themselves. Because in your own healing lies the healing of divine masculine, and they miss out on this most important step. So they keep looking for information on how to heal the DM energy, if you really want to heal the DM energy also, then you need to heal the masculine energy present in your life first and foremost. This also helps you in the runner-chaser dynamic, because a lot of people have not healed fully the masculine connections or the masculine energy. Many people have blocks and negative energies, limiting beliefs, blocked masculine energy since the time they come into the mother's womb. So, who is the first person, the first man, the first masculine that you see in front of you? It's your father, right? So for whatever reasons, the divine masculine energy has a lot to do with divine masculine in your life, the first ones that you see. How you were treated by your own father, or what is the relationship dynamic with your own father, brothers, other men in society, other men like maybe teachers, professors, coaches that we meet since childhood. Exactly how you see the masculine energy around you, exactly how the behavior pattern has been, even in the society, how the men treat women, how your neighbors treat their women, how your elders treat their women, how your grandfather treats his wife, how the grandmother treats her husband. There are many households where you will see that the masculines are the one who are suffering. They are the victims. And the children learn this. This is how toxic femininity is also developed. Toxic feminines learn this from their own mothers, how to torture a man, how to use a man, how to seduce a man, because they see their own mother or other women in the house doing it on a constant basis. And they see that a man is very helpless in front of them. So when the divine masculine, your divine masculine, encounters a karmic of that nature, a lot of divine feminines feel very helpless. They feel like they've lost the war. They've already lost it, because they can recognize those toxic femininity traits. Some of them actually don't change, but they recognize it. They don't pick it up, but they recognize it. Or some of them have personally been like that, but due to ascension, they figured out that I don't want to be a woman like this. And this is not the only place we change. During ascension, a lot of people change. Like I remember personally also, when I was in my teens, the only thing I cared about was, I need to get money, I need to earn money, I need to help my family, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to be, somebody big in life. I need to get respect, I need to get a white collar job, ASAP. But after ascension, the same person has changed. Even in relationships. So sometimes when you look at a karmic, you should also feel a bit of pity for them. You should also feel bad for them. Because they don't have the concept of true love. They only want to possess a person, they only want to get control from a person, or they only want to get something from that person. Maybe the divine masculine is offering them wealth, maybe they are offering them companionship or sexuality or something else like that, maybe travel, maybe a part, they're probably doing some business together. So she sees some benefit in that very clearly. Even in friends with benefits, you'll see this very clearly, that there is a feeling or there's a want of getting something in return. They may not want to spend time together, they may not be in love with each other, they may not be doing 100 other things, but for only one thing they will meet, and for only one thing they'll dedicate a good amount of time, say 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Before that there will be some preparation. But then it is not oriented to love, it is so conditional. And that's the reason why a lot of people feel some kind of negativity in such type of relationships. Or they just don't want to think about it, they don't want to focus on it. They see it like a need of the body. How you eat food, how you dress up, how you wear clothes, etc., etc. So one of the biggest tip in the runner-chaser dynamic that can help you either get out of the runner-chaser dynamic or feel better when your runner goes away, because you know that the runner will come back after 5 months, 4 months, once they have learned some lessons or once they've been humiliated enough and they feel like, this type of humiliation is so much worse, so much more painful. So I should rather get humiliated by my divine feminine only. And then they realized that what she was doing to me was not even humiliation. She was just trying to have a conversation with me, or she was just trying to tell me some things. She was just trying to suggest some things to me. On the other hand, the divine feminine also realizes that, my person or my DM, there has to be something in him that, other people want him, or other people are, taking care of him, or just relationship wise, he's gotten someone so easily, I did not. So both of them start realizing that I need to cope up with this person, or I need to accept this person the way they are. So one of the most important thing, the second important thing that you need to do is to be very sure of what you want. Because technically why things go wrong during this phase, or why all this trouble is being witnessed by you, is because both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they have a fluctuating mind or a dualistic mind, a contradictory mind, a mind which gives you two types of thoughts which are absolutely opposite of each other. One thought is like, I love this person, and the second thought is, I hate this person. One thought is like, oh, this person really understands me well. The other thought is, this person does not understand me at all. One thought is that I can be patient, I can be kind, I can be understanding, I can be unconditional, I don't want to have any demands. The other thought is, I need to ask for this, I need to say that, I cannot live like this, I have to, deny this, or I have to do this, or I have to do that, etc., etc. Basically, all opposite type of thoughts will continuously hover in your brain. Continuously. So, try to think it as like you want to do something in life. You have some intentions. Make some clear intentions. Write down some clear intentions. Intentions are the things that turn into manifestations eventually. So if you don't have clear intentions, absolutely crystal clear intentions, you cannot create those things, or you don't see them happening in your life. In the runner-chaser dynamic, it's also the time to do a reflection when the runner has run away. Okay? Because maybe the first 1 month is going to be very painful, but normally this is also the time when the chaser is doing a lot of experimentation, and how the runner comes back is exactly how, the chaser feels when they run away. Like for example, the runner has gone, says, I don't want to talk to you, my family is against this relationship, I'm always constantly arguing, I'm fighting for you, and blah blah blah. They obviously feel that, they exaggerate also sometimes. Sometimes it's their own fear, sometimes it's their selfishness, whatever it is, or in most cases, they are also innocent. They actually believe them more than anybody else. So they are also fluctuating. They are also in contradictory thoughts, exactly just like you. One day they think, I love this girl, or I love my DF, depending on the gender. I love this person. The other time they feel, I hate this person. Or then, it would be so wonderful to live my whole life with this person. It would be perfect. And then they'll talk to someone, or they'll get, into those thoughts. Then they'll be like, no, I think life would be hell with this person. So whatever situation you are in, please learn to enjoy it. Enjoy the present situation, whatever situation you are in. So when the runner goes away, at that time he or she finds someone else or some other substitute, or they choose the family over you, or whatever they do. After some time of being in pain, being in trouble, usually chasers also find other karmics. And I'm talking about the initial phase of runner chaser. And it is very natural, because once the chaser stops chasing, they change the focus from being sad to enjoying their life, being in present moment, not really bothering about what happens, what's not going to happen, this and that. They also attract karmics. And the karmics are quite attractive. It's not like only the divine masculine or the feminines are good looking. The karmics are also attractive package, that's how they take away the attention. And this is the time when runner comes back, because runner is not happy that, my divine feminine should go to someone else. And they also realize the value that I'm not the only person who can get another person. Even this one can, And this one was only with me because I was in love with her, or she was in love with me. Him and her, you guys can change accordingly. So, but I cannot watch it. They can run away, they can do the same thing, but when the chaser starts doing the same thing, they don't like it, they cannot digest it. And because the chaser has shifted their focus completely into doing things that they love, they also start losing interest in the karmics. So, the karmic dance is there. You can't deny it. And that's why I say in the later stages, once this whole runner-chaser dynamic is not physical anymore, and there's a phase of separation, and then there's a phase of chosen separation, a phase of solitude. I mean, some of you can even go back to your divine masculine or your divine feminine, but you don't want to do that. You are not ready yet. So you prefer the space, you prefer the distance, or you prefer a little bit of communication. And one thing is very sure, after the runner-chaser dynamic, once you start going to the surrender stage, you become very clear about the love you feel for this person. Before that, there is still these dualistic thoughts, up and down, this and that, not clear, confusion. During the surrender, they are like, yes, I love this person only, but I also love my own self, and I also love my own sanity. One very important thing to understand is that this whole journey, this whole dance, the runner-chaser dance, is created in a way that it changes, it shifts the way they love other people and themselves. So the chasers never love themselves more. They always love other people more, and they love themselves less. So they are known to put themselves on the back burner. They are known to ignore their own feelings, and that's why they see this type of ignore and neglect in the outside world also. Especially when they are in pain, and especially when they go through abuse. Even in childhood, they're supposed to ignore it. They're supposed to feel like, okay, maybe the adult is sad, maybe the adult is helpless, maybe the adult is going through some issue. So because of one adult or two adults treating them in a certain way, they begin to live a life where they continue to neglect themselves. When they meet the divine masculine, the twin flame, they are very happy, but since they don't have the concept of self-love at all, since they don't have the concept of taking care of your own needs, knowing that you need to be healthy first in order to heal others, they don't know this practically. They have to learn it via the runner-chaser dynamic only. That's the best way to learn this. So they learn to put themselves first. They learn to increase that self-love quotient. And with the runner, it's like they've always loved themselves first, and others can come later. If not, like immediately, but then later on. So their 100% focus is on themselves, and the chaser's 100% focus is on other people. So a huge shift is seen when eventually, after all the crying and all the pain, all the missing the other person, that all that when it goes away, that's when the chasers or the divine feminine energy, they start realizing that, listen, all of this is not going to help. All this pacifying, all this going after someone, all this crying, questioning God, why me, not able to understand that this is coming from me only. All of this they learn during this separation phase, and then they realize that if I'm not going to be happy, if I'm not going to feel better about myself, if I'm not going to be in those energies, then I really cannot do anything else as well. So a lot depends on my own love for myself. So they come into 100% self-love also sometimes. Sometimes they become this person that, okay, I only love myself, that's it. Then they become revengeful, and sometimes they also turn the runners. The runners are like, okay, what happened to this person, you know. So this can still be worked out. This can still be worked out later on. Both of them can play this role reversal also to learn it. Some of the people learn it via role reversals also. Okay. But then it is of no use. It is of no use. Say for example, the chaser has gotten really sick of this person and says that to hell with this twin flame of mine, I don't care, now I'm going to have a good time. So they somehow get into some kind of an intimate relationship with the karmic, and just when they are getting intimate with this person or they are enjoying that time or whatever, the runner comes back. And there are many people who have told me this strange coincidences, you know, like they're about to kiss a karmic and immediately the runner, you know, sends a message that I miss you, where are you? And it's like so shocking because this person hadn't spoken for so many months, and why now? Why now when I'm just... So these are all energetic things that happen magically. And even when they spend time with the karmic or someone else like that, they don't feel that thing, they don't feel that energy. It's over very soon. And this is also a big reason why a lot of people research about twin flames, because they have easily moved on from karmics in the past. They have moved on from other bad relationships in the past, but this is one relationship they are not able to move on from. And this is experienced by the runner and the chaser both. This is the craziest part. Both of them cannot move on, and both of them try a lot. Both of them put all their efforts into it. So eventually they start learning and they start realizing that I need to acknowledge this. I need to accept it. And then it is also amazing, it's also a miracle, because imagine you are in love with a person you have not seen for so long, you have not spoken for so long. In some cases, like a very recent case of twin flames that I am working on, I was healing, is both the runner and chaser are in contact with me, they are both communicating with me, they both have a lot of issues, they both have a lot of misunderstandings, but both of them keep saying one thing, like an echo, or like, you know, as if it's a copy-paste dialogue, that I love her, I love him. Not even one day goes by that I don't think about this person. I will always love this person. I will not marry anyone else. I will only think about this person. But I cannot be with this person right now. So when I ask both of them, I have become like the middle person now. I am the one who's giving the messages here and there. I feel like a pigeon. In India, pigeons used to deliver, you know, love letters. I feel like that sometimes. So it's interesting, but I'm also not forcing them to release or resolve, because my work is to make them feel better. Make them feel better in the present situation so that they can think, they can enjoy that space, and they can go back to each other on their own. It's not like, you know, someone is forcing them or someone is convincing them to do it. No, they should do it on their own. My work is very simple. You release your wounds, you heal yourself, and you heal yourself. As soon as both of them are in the surrender phase, because surrender is also like a healthy addiction, you can say. Once you start surrendering, you start enjoying it so much that after 50-60% of surrender, you'll be like, what do I surrender? What do I do more? I need to surrender more. So every time you feel there is a problem in this relationship, in the dynamic, just note down that problem. All the triggers you feel in this journey about the twin flame, about this person, your specific person, who you're trying to manifest in your life, or you're trying to manifest the relationship in your life, but it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't fix on its own. Or even if you try, it doesn't. That's because there are a lot of hidden wounds, hidden traumas that you have probably forgotten about, or you don't know about it, or you cannot pinpoint towards it. Those are the places you need to heal. Now, I always tell the chasers or the divine feminines to do the healing work, because their healing work is quite effective. Because they are the nurturing energy in this dynamic. That's how they get the upper hand. The more you let go of this situation and the more you ignore the triggers. Like, say for example, you've not been able to understand where are these triggers coming from. What is making this happen? And you need to understand, you need to go through it. That why do I feel this way? Why do I feel that my DM doesn't love me? Or why do I feel that my DM won't take a stand for me? Why do I feel that he finds someone else much better than me? Why do I feel he is not loyal to me? Or why do I feel that we are just plainly unlucky? A lot of people, you ask them, they say, oh, I am very unlucky in love. Try to understand, also look into the superstitions or the beliefs you have. They could be really small superstitions or small beliefs. It might look very harmless, but they could be doing a lot of damage. Like some people say this, every time I'm happy, something really horrible happens to me, right? So whenever they are happy or whenever they're enjoying their life, they're constantly looking out for what's gonna go wrong now. Because this is a very strong belief they have. Obviously, they pick it up from their surroundings only. You need to understand one more thing during this runner-chaser dynamic, that whichever or whatever thought patterns you maximum or in majority have, those are the thought patterns that would clearly reflect in your physical reality. Like if you constantly worry, then you would be living with people who would be constantly sharing or throwing those worries with you. But if you are a winner, or if you are like a person who wants to resolve it, who wants to surrender, who wants to keep everything on the feet of God and not care about, what you're doing and how things will work out and how they'll happen, then that means you will see it in your reality also. The type of people you communicate with on a daily basis and the type of communication you have with them on a daily basis also matters. Even people who are, maybe are from a distance from you, but on the phone or on messages, because the world we are living in a global pandemic situation. There are so many deaths, especially in India, there are so many deaths, the news of so many deaths are happening. There are people not getting oxygen on time, there are people not getting hospital on time, there are people not getting food on time, so on and so forth. So in all of this situation, all of these horrible things that are happening around you, how do you maintain your sanity? This type of sanity sometimes either comes from the ascension work that you're doing during the twin flame journey, and sometimes these type of emergencies or these type of situations teach you a lot on how to progress in your twin flame journey. Now, a lot of you have heard, even on my channelings and I'm sure other informative channels also, that you should not focus on your twin. You should not focus on the DM. The more you focus on the DM, the more they are going to run away from you, right? Now, this is very apt. There is a reason behind it. The reason is, especially when you have not healed, whatever thoughts you're going to have about the DM, they are not going to be singular or unified thoughts. They are mostly going to be dualistic thoughts, contradicting thoughts. So if you give them attention and first you're positive and then you're negative and then you're positive and then you begin to obsess. So there are moments when the DF doesn't really care. She thinks, oh, he's gonna come back to me. He's my twin after all. And if you have already thought that he's your twin or he's your specific person, or you have tried and tested everything, You don't feel emotions the same way you feel for this person, for anyone else. All of that. And of course, they do the same. They feel the same. That's why there is this intensity. But when you are not healed and when you are wounded, the negative thoughts about that person or negative things about that person, whether it's thoughts or it's bad situations or it's misunderstandings, most of the times it's misunderstandings. They have misunderstood you and you have misunderstood them. And this understanding also happens because so far in the journey, both the DM and DF have not even understood their own selves fully. So till the time you are still not able to understand, you are misunderstanding yourself also. You are looking at yourself from the eyes of identity. You are looking at yourself from the worldly world eyes, the two eyes that you have, and they are not going to show you the actual truth because they are also depending on the inner energy. These two eyes that you have, the five senses that you have, these senses are not designed for you. They are designed for your body so that the body, the brain, all of these, central nervous system, they can all work independently and take care of your body. So the body will keep on functioning. It's not like you have to think, oh, today I should breathe like this, this much, or I should take that many heartbeats, or I should digest my food like this. Certain elements are controlled and certain elements are not controlled. Like your body is going to breathe no matter what. Till the time it's written, till the time it's destined, you are going to breathe. You don't have to instruct, but you can instruct yourself to breathe in a relaxed way. You can instruct yourself to have gratitude for the breaths you have. Every time you breathe, you feel thankful to universe that I got another day. So from that perspective, you can still add, and that will only help you to make your life easier. Now, when people are in a state of fear or they have more of fear-based energies, you should notice your breathing pattern. Your breathing pattern will tell you a lot about your mental state as well. People who normally have many fears, their breathing is never normal. They always breathe a bit faster than others. That's why when you look at heart patients or when you look at people with high blood pressure issues, these are the people who are normally not breathing properly. Fear is both in anxiety as well as depression. But each time you live in those fear-based energies, your breathing always gets affected. Even in this pandemic, if you look around, what is this pandemic based on? It's based on the breathing. Why do you think everyone is being asked to wear a mask? Why do you think everyone is being asked to live in a certain way? Not go out, not do regular exercises, not go to the park. There is so much connection with breathing, and most people are having difficulty in breathing. Even the pandemic, even the ascension of earth is connected to this one important ingredient. It's not about that if you are going to focus something positive about them, they don't feel it. They feel it. That is how the energy shifts. When you do the ascension work, when you do energy work, when you do healing work, or when you get into therapy, therapy mode basically helps you to release all those angers and frustrations. And this also reminds me to tell you all about the readings, the channelings, the live channelings, the transmutation therapies, where you can convert your anger into love, karmic release, karmic baggage release, third-party obstacles. You work on all these areas and you heal all your 7 chakras. So we have a special 7 chakra healing also, where we work on from the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye crown. These are different chakras and they have a different impact. All of them have certain impact on your relationship in your twin flame ascension journey. Now, once you have gone through the description box, which is under every video, check out all the details. Once you're sure which one do you want to go for, whether you want to have a reading, whether you want to go for therapy, then please write to me. All details are mentioned over there, crystal clear. Then you can write to me saying that yes, this is what I want to opt for. Also, I would like to tell you that if you're taking up a reading, an intuitive reading, a tarot card reading, then please don't tell me anything about your twin flame journey. I always say this, still some people send me emails about so many things. that this is what has happened, he has done this, she has done this. It won't help me. In fact, it will not have a good impact on the reading also. Because if I know so much about your twin flame journey, how am I going to do a honest, clear reading based on the intuition? But when we get into therapy mode, and by that time you have probably taken a reading also, if you have not directly taken therapy, then you would have to tell me so many things about your life. There will be assignments given to you, talking about your life, talking about so many things that you may not even realize. For you, it could be a small thing, very small thing. But from healing perspective, it could be of great benefit as information. We release these negative energies, we release these blocks, we release these limiting beliefs, and then the person thinks very unified. Because those limiting beliefs, those dualistic thoughts are not coming. And that's why so many people see not only a change in the DM, but they first see the change in themselves. First you need to feel differently about your relationship. Only then you can pass it on to others. When your own attachment is gone, when your own anger is gone, when your own frustrations are gone, you will be like a clean slate. And on the clean slate, if you feel, you write, I love this person. That is one unified thought. Not so many things included in it. But then, as I say, all these things come step by step, stage by stage. So in the runner-chaser dynamic, these are a couple of things that you must do. If you are not healed yet, if you are still wounded, then refrain from focusing on the divine masculine or the divine feminine. For that point in time, focus on your own healing, focus on your own therapy, focus on releasing blocked energy and healing your wounds. And what are the techniques for it? Alright? So on that note, I'm going to be pausing this particular session, and I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.